All right, everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Spicy and Dicey. And I forgot to say it last week because I'm.
This week's episode of Spicy and Dicey.
I heard about that. I heard about that.
I heard an echo.
Twitch is killing me.
I know.
Twitch is
It's
killing
okay.
me.
It's okay.
Oh.
Amalia's mic is too amazing because she's too cool for school. But she's not as cool as the happy birthday girl right there, who is Stassi, because it was her birthday just last Saturday. So happy birthday to you. I wish I could pop out of a little cake.
birthday!
Like, oh, happy birthday! I want to be like, give you a little strip tease. Billy, come on, give us a strip tease. Anywho, let's start today's game, everybody.
No.
All right, everybody, we're going to start the thing. I'll be back here in a little bit. Enjoy the opening. There's some new art and some new stuff, so enjoy.
Why you always in the mood? Fucking around acting brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. Want me to forget you? Okay, forget me too. You tell me that you hate me, baby. Yeah, I bet you do. You've been in a mood, you've been giving hella attitude. What I gotta do to get through to you, could never lose you. Maybe spend the night out on the town like we used to. We could sit around, watch funny shit on YouTube. I know at times I can have a couple screws loose, trying to connect to your body, go like it's Bluetooth. You know what I mean, you know what I need. I left before you woke up. I don't feel right seeing you sober. You always in the mood, walking around acting brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. Want me to forget you? Okay, forget me too. You tell me that you hate me, baby. Yeah, I bet you do. I've wasted so much time getting around for your phone calls every night. Bad dreams, a silk screen, cause I taste blood when you bleed. It's eating me alive. We'd both be better off alone. Still think I'd get you on the phone. With one last breath in me, I'd die before I let you leave.
Hey everybody, it's me, the viewer. Now let's get spicy and dicey. Huzzah!
Oh, I wanna travel the world. I want 1,000,000 girls. I want a meal the first week. Hundreds and diamonds and pearls. I wanna flex on my friends. I want a coupe and a Benz. I want some J's on my feet. Love, desires, and dreams. Love, desires, and dreams. Love, desires, and dreams. I want some J's on my feet. Hoes and diamonds and rings. I wanna flex on my friends. I want a coupe and a Benz. I want some J's on my feet. Love, desires, and dreams. I wanna put the white girls on private jets. That's love, desires, and dreams, boy. To make a meal and get ladies wet. You probably know what I mean, boy. I'm stacking up on that green, boy. To make the people know I'm the GOAT. I run the people like I'm the boat. Got a bird's eye view looking through my scope. Chinchilla first skin sitting on my coat. One hose in a boat heading overseas. Want a house big enough for my mom and team. Paparazzi, please take a picture, cheese. I desire everything. All that paper, all that green. Like I'm Jordan, I want rings. Man, I wanna be the king, yeah.
Last time on Spicy and Dicey, the girls had called the All-Father, with Sakura, Wendeline, and Pippa getting different answers from him for questions they had asked, and then turning their sights on helping Sakura, who was in pain after the damage that Sett had taken from his fight. They then turned their sights on the talking pig, who revealed himself to be their friend Taco, and warned them of a man closing in on he and themselves, who intends to hurt them. Halmon and Sirus caught up with Sett and Amalia in the woods as they mourned the buried drow. It seemed that Sirus was confronted by Sett about his new kingly responsibilities before they both went off back to the ship to gather flowers for the dead. Amalia then left back to find the ladies and the rest of the group on Cerberus's back, while Halmon went to go regroup with Clive back at the post camp. Clive used the symbols on the ground to summon the ancient god Bran, the Raven God, who then had them fight a demon in a challenge to gain a gift, which Clive accepted from the demon Crow King. Amalia then met up with the rest of the girls and asked them for a favor to help her reconnect with Hades, and they headed back to the sacrificed squirrels while Sett and Sirus continued their conversation in the woods, where Sett spoke with Lucifer, who promised him he was just using Sirus to get him back on his family's original path. Now, what will happen this week on?
Fuck all the girls about to call Hades. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad, right? He's married to Amalia.
I'm still not sure how I feel about him. He took that bad ego away from me. At least I still have fondness Wendy to think about. And Pippa is taken, and I put respect on Gaggle's name. Anywho, let's play this game.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to this week's episode of Spicy and Dicey. Thank you guys for being here, of course, this week. We're missing some players here tonight. Hollywood not feeling the best, so he should hopefully be back next week. He might be joining us later. And also one of our friends and players is a firefighter. He is on call, so he's in the mountains and fighting fires, fighting real-life monsters. And we are here fighting fictional fires and fictional monsters. Just as powerful, though, so don't forget that, everybody. They can leave emotional scars. Isn't that right, Wendy?
Emotional
Isn't that right?
damage.
Emotional damage.
You beat me by 1 second.
Exactly.
I'm about to be called up for something, but I'll stay and call. So when I get a chance to come back, I'll be here.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be here, buddy. We'll be here. I was gonna start with you. I was gonna start with you. Are you leaving now?
Stop.
Oh, okay. I won't start with.
So.
I won't start with Octavius. And Billy, are you still here, or did he leave too?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I'll start with you, Billy, then. Just at the beginning here, so everybody, just because I don't know where my players are, that's bad on me. That's bad on me as a DM. But it's good to have you here, and it's good to see you guys this week. So let's start exactly where we left off last time. So you girls, like I just said, you guys had called the Allfather. You had sacrificed some squirrels that had killed themselves. Wendeline, you spoke with the Allfather, who told you a little bit more how to handle your gifts, your foresight, your ability to look into the future. Of course, if you need me to explain that again to you at any time, feel free to ask. I know it's a lot of information, and it's a lot of kind of rolls of the dice that you got to do. But if you want to do that, just let me know. Amalia, you were not there, but you caught up with the rest of the girls. After you headed in their direction using Cerberus to go find them. You did kind of run into them together while they were riding on Chomps, and you asked them to help you contact Hades. You didn't get into much of a discussion on what you'd been into. You were more interested on what they were doing and that the squirrels had to kill themselves. But Amalia, you did manage to ask them for help to get back to that area where they sacrificed all those squirrels, to use them again to talk to your husband. And then, of course, Sakura and Pippa, you guys learned a little bit more about the stones, Pippa, that they're indeed connected to the four masters as you were beginning to put together. And Sakura, you learned that you needed to biologically get this entity out of your chest and out of your body, so whatever disease Sett had given you can be taken away. Get that dragon,
STDs.
get that dragon herpes right out of you. It's just gonna pull it right out of you. So, anywho. That's where we left you girls, and we'll get to you in a minute. But Octavius is clearly a little busy at this moment in time. So let's going to pivot to Clive. As you are here at the campsite still, I'm going to zoom in on you. You're walking back with Hollywood and Halmon. And as you get back to the camp, Clive, you can see that Sirus and Sett are also coming from their distance a little further away, the roundabout way they went through the woods. They're also coming out of the woods from that direction. You can see them in the distance as they exit through the trees back towards the camp. Halmon looks to you, Clive. Hey, how you feeling? How you feeling?
Fine. Perfectly fine.
Perfectly
No doubt
fine.
you're asking me. No doubt you're asking me to see if there's any dark intentions in my mind after that deal.
Well, I mean, kinda. What do you want from me, Clive? I mean, I just look. The guy said that the guy. What am I talking about? The giant crow bird thing in the sky. It fucking said that you might eat people, man. Like what? What are you feeling? Are you feeling different, or what's up with how does it feel? I mean, can you turn into the thing?
Yes. I felt the power course through me when he granted it to me. No, more than likely I can transform into such the creature. As for feeling any different, no, I don't. In fact, I feel the same when I first made my very first deal.
Halmon looks to you. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sexy. You can turn into a Raven Griffin. I mean, I'm not. Don't take me wrong. I'm not trying to hit on you, Clive. I'm just saying. I think that's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Can I?
It'll probably take some. In fact, I may need to speak to Pippa about wild shaping, just in case. Let's get the handle of this, as she's skilled with it. So, in case any transformation doesn't go right, she could maybe give me an idea of how to turn back.
Well, she's turned into a lot of things. I know that. I mean, I've seen her turn into a couple weird things. So I'm assuming she can probably help you. I can't turn into an animal. I got wings and I got snow powers, I guess now. But besides that, I can't turn into any animals. But hey, just make sure you call me before you do it, because I want to see you do it for the first time. I'm not gonna lie, that would be incredible to see you turn into a griffin. I think.
You know what? After the debacle of that camp and such, and I don't feel like Sett wanting to throw another dragon bolt at me. And so that there's no secrets kept from the group, as we mentioned, to be honest and on the same page with each other. I'll show everyone tonight what I can do so we know what's going on. I don't want anyone caught by surprise.
Well, yeah, I think everybody would appreciate it. I mean, look, I'm not going to tell them, like you said, about the whole eating people thing. I'll let that be up to you. But I think it's a good idea for you to let them know that you can do this. I mean, what if Pippa, or what if Wendeline needs you to do it during a battle? I mean, she should ask you to be able to do it, right?
Yeah. Yes, well, if anything, I'll let Sirus know about this. Don't worry, I don't intend on killing any innocents. I'm sure there's a moral way we can go around this. And the condition of the deal was that I could process this sacrifice any way I chose. So I could, if to give you a visual, I could perhaps have human steak, if you will. It doesn't have to be some gory sacrifice on an altar with candles and a mystical, impractical dagger.
Halmon just like stopped you there. He just like waved his arms around. Look, the less I know about you eating people, man, the better. I don't care. I'm already still weird about you with the whole dot thing on your arm and Grimaldi chasing us around, and you're fucking weird, man. But look, just get your shit together, okay? I'm going to go ask that duck for one of those burgers, because I'm not going to lie with you. After that fight with those weirdos that I wanted to bang, it's a lot, and I'm hungry. So I'm going to go get some food, okay?
You just brought something to my attention. Yes, you go enjoy some food. I'll see what the others are up to.
What did I bring to your attention, man? You can't just say that and just walk away from me.
Clive just looks at Halmon and raises an eyebrow. How to properly cook steak, if you catch what I mean.
Oh, well, if I were you, you could ask the duck or Sett that. I'm out. So Halmon just like basically he just like is done with the conversation. He doesn't want to get into talking to you about meat anymore. And because Hollywood's not here,
Clive he'll just let Halmon go and just turn as he turns on his heel.
Just like, okay, so he just turns. Are you going to stay over there, Clive, or what else would you like to do?
Let's see.
At camp.
Sirus, because Sett is not here. Sirus is busy. I will just make his way to the camp.
Okay.
He'll just go in and find a seat, maybe get a drink or something, quench his thirst, and contemplate.
Can you give me a perception roll, please, when you have a moment?
For sure. Perception coming.
Actually, how?
Oh, that was almost a 19. That's a 2.
Well, okay.
Oh.
That's not good. But how is your passive perception here? Let's also ask you that.
Passive perception is 11.
Okay, that actually would work. So you didn't really even have to roll. I'll give you the passive there, because I should have asked you that at the beginning, to be honest with you. So as you get there, as you get to the camp, you obviously you're quite well versed in spells and magic, obviously, and you definitely realize right off the bat, Clive, that Taco and Roselio, or this pig in sunglasses, and Riz. They seem to be standing, just like looking at each other, like in some type of trance-like state, just kind of standing at camp. And they're just kind of seemingly just waiting about, blinking and just kind of seemingly waiting. And you notice that they seem to be under some type of spell. But you definitely notice that.
Okay. Clive's going to look at this. Let's say he just has a small flagon of mead in his hand and to get a drink. And he'll actually go over to these two.
Okay.
Now, would that be could I make an Arcana check to see if he can tell it's magical suggestion or anything?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, make sure you give me a check here.
Yep. Just do Arcana. See what we got there. That's another nat 1 in a row.
So unfortunately, you just can't you just see that they're under a spell. You don't know what it is, but you clearly see that their eyes are glazed. They're definitely been under some type of enchantment. Riz is just kind of like humming to himself, like, yeah, motherfucking big old titties. Like he's just kind of like singing to himself. He doesn't really he's just kind of humming. Taco the pig is kind of staring at the ground. You can't really tell.
Don't recall seeing you before, so I'll just leave it at that. He'll look to Riz and just look at him while he's entranced or whatever he's under. He's like, I like you like this. It's quiet. Yeah, he walks away.
So you just Riz just kind of like watches you. He doesn't really know what's going on. He's just kind of like humming to himself. He's like, I'm supposed to wait till she gets back. I'm supposed to stay right here till she gets back.
Who?
My angel, Sakura. I'm waiting right here till she gets back.
Clive looks at his flagon of mead. Oh god, I'm gonna need something stronger.
Okay, so you take a big swig out of your drink, and you want to just relax at the campsite for now, then, Clive?
Yeah, I'll just have Clive just relax right there, just rest up a bit, take a load off, have another stronger drink.
Okay, so as you take a load off, you relax at the camp, you take a drink, you're relaxing. You see that Halmon is going to talk to Wendeline. Wendelini's like, of course I can make you a burger. Of course I can make you one. You're my big boy, my big happy boy. I got my supplies here, and I'm going to bring them to the ship. But you know what? For you, I'll make a burger first. And then Halmon's like, thanks, man. I'm fucking starving. So Halmon, Clive, you guys can take a short rest if you'd like, Clive. Regain some health there. Make sure you get some spells back by taking your short rest. So you have taking a rest. Octavius, Jesse, are you guys there? Either of you there? I don't know who's there right now because I know you're both busy. So let me know if either of you guys.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. So Sett, I'm glad you're actually here because I know Octavius, by the way, he's busy right now too, so he's kind of in and out.
Yeah, I handcuffed him and put him in the closet.
Good. I'm glad. Send me pictures later, okay?
All right, don't worry. I already have them saved. I got you.
Good. We all want to see it. But anywho, so Sett, as you walk back to camp, you had a tense moment with Sirus, and it was a little bit tense as you guys were discussing his fate, the connection to Lucifer, and Lucifer's intentions with Sirus. You learned, Sett, that Lucifer and you had also had a connection to the past with Tiamat at one point. Not necessarily your Tiamat or you, or Tiamat from before you were born, Sett, was involved in the Neverwar. So it is you, but from a past life, if you will, was connected to this war that Lucifer was connected to, and that indeed you guys seemingly were on the wrong side. But Lucifer promises to make sure that he's here to help Sirus remember who he is in some way and get his family back on the track to glory, connected to Icarus, who seems to be a man who is connected to the X-Blade, which is connected to Cyrus's family. I know it's a lot of information, Sett, but you had learned all this in the last couple days. At least you were around all this information. Also, Sett, you do know yourself that somebody around you in the woods is very much looking for you, and that brings us to you returning here back to camp. So, Sett, as you return to camp with Sirus, he immediately, I'm assuming, Octavius, that you were going to go look for the flowers that you were going to pick up for the dead. So that I'm going to answer for Octavius until he lets me know. But he is going to kind of go off this way, Sett, to go pick the flowers kind of off by the edge of the woods here. And he goes over there to pick them, and Sirus bends down to start gathering the flowers up for the dead that you guys had just left. Sett, is there anything you'd like to do as you kind of return here to camp?
Let me look at my phone screen real quick. It's a tiny screen. I'm trying to see the map. There's a lot of fun names on here.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Jimmy the Piggy?
No, that's Jim. No, that's Jim the Pidge. And Jim the Pidge was the guy who sold you guys your outfits. He's the pigeon with the big old eyeballs. So,
I guess the most odd one out would be Riz, and it's for the fact that I thought he was supposed to leave like a long time ago since we got here, but I don't know why he's still here.
all right. Well, Riz is standing there. Once again, you see Clive is taking a large drink out of his of mead as he sits there kind of resting himself. You see that Halmon is indeed eating a burger and discussing just the burger itself with Weberoni. But yeah, Riz and Taco, this pig, who seems to be wearing sunglasses and a shirt, they kind of stand there, kind of looking once again a little bit awkwardly at each other. Sett. Did you want to give me a perception roll here?
Shit. Yes, I would love to.
I can do. You know, you want me to do it? I can get on your page if you want me to. If it's hard, if it's easier for you.
We'll see if the app loads real quick. I'm in like a crappy hotel.
You're good, my man.
Yeah,
this is
dude.
a rap D&D show, so it's okay.
No.
I'm just kidding, guys. I love our little show. I'm just kidding.
For perception?
Yes, please.
Okay. I got 24.
Damn, okay. Okay, it's 24. So you definitely notice that they are under a spell, and they're both very heavily glazed in their eye, and you can tell that they've either been like under charm or suggestion. You're definitely picking up this on both of them as they kind of just stand there a little bit gawk-eyed, once again looking around at each other, just looking around, kind of seemingly in a trance, if you will. But you notice that, Sett, for sure.
That's gonna note that and walk over to Clive and be like, "Hey, buddy."
Oh, Sett. What can I do for you?
Did you do that?
Did you do that?
Looks over to Riz and the pig. That?
Yes. No. Like the only thing I'm like pointing at, yeah, them two. They look like they either got roofied or something's not right.
Oh, they seem to be enchanted of sorts. I think it might have been Sakura because, well, Riz apparently was told to wait here for her, so that's my deduction. I don't give a damn. It's and Sett, actually, do you notice something? It's so quiet.
Yeah, that's usually. What time of day is it?
Right now, it's actually be heading into the nighttime. You guys, so it's I guess around, I don't know, probably 8, 9 o'clock. Let's say it's about 9 o'clock in the afternoon now.
Are the woods quiet right now? Like, I mean, abnormally quiet. There's no animal noises, no nothing.
There's not much animal noises. No, there's a random cricket here and there. You'll hear like a chirp, but oddly, not that many other. No birds, no owls, no kind of. No other rodents seem to be wrestling around. No lizards, nothing like that. Once again, the odd cricket will go off, but it is strangely quiet. And Clive, you're also picking this up now as well, realizing which is how quiet it is with Riz being so quiet. You guys are picking up that it's very much as if nature and most animals have fled.
I first said I was making a statement that with Riz essentially shutting up because he's under an enchantment, that's what I meant by it being so quiet. He's not chasing every girl that's here.
You're definitely right, but I think you're more right than you think you are, my intelligent friend.
I think you might be onto something. Because I've
See,
noticed it too.
yeah, like I come from a place and part and stuff where if the woods are abnormally quiet, that usually means there's a large predator nearby.
Yes. We need to stay vigilant. I don't think we're fully alone in this forest.
Yeah, you know what about that? He's gonna look over to Halmon. Halmon, cover your ears, like plug them real good, real quick.
Yeah. as Alvin looks to you, he like has the burger half in his mouth. He's like, "What? Why?" So I need you to give me a persuasion roll here, Jesse, please.
I'm not gonna even like try to like lie to him. Like, oh, I'm gonna yell really loud, and I don't want your ears to bleed.
Oh, okay. Fuck it. Sure. Yeah. So he kind of puts his hand in his ears. Clive, I mean, you're gonna release. I mean, Clive, do you want to then put your hands in your
Just
ears?
gonna look at Clive and just be like an awkward smile, like please.
Clive's gonna set down his mug after the damage he's taken accidentally from some of the friends here in this party. He's like, yeah, he's plugged his ears. Like, I'm not risking this.
All right. So, and Octavius, you're kind of a little bit too. He's a little bit further away. You're not really in the conversation area. So, Sett, he's a little bit too far for you to say anything to him unless you want to yell to him as well. It's really up to you.
I feel bad, but like in game and realistically, he's too far away for me to tell him to cover his ears. But his suit might rattle after this. Sett's face and mouth and throat are gonna change. His chest is gonna enlarge with scales. His throat's gonna grow scales out of it as well, and his teeth are gonna grow sharp, and his face is gonna elongate. He's gonna let out a draconic roar.
Oh, okay. So as you do that, you will lead out this large, just from the belly below, Clive. It kind of makes your skin rattle. Everybody in the area, Octavius, Sirus's skin rattles. Your armor does indeed begin to like kind of just shake from the vibration of this loud roar that comes from the body. Halmon seemingly hears it even through holding his ears. Chef Weberoni is also like pulling down his chef hat over his like little duck head. He's like, "Oh, fucking hell!" He's like as he pulls it down. And Sett, you release this large kind of bellow from inside of a dragon roar. However, as you do this, Sett, the pig immediately, even though he is under suggestion, he turns to you and goes, "Don't do that. Do not do that. Don't."
Sett's gonna look. It's too late, little piggy.
Can I just ask something real quick? Does the roar cause damage to Taco or Riz?
Oh yeah, I didn't tell them to cover their ears.
Oh, I mean, Sett, do you want it to cause
Because
damage? Are you trying?
because if so, if it causes any kind of a damage, or if it's technically could be perceived as an attack, then it snaps them out of suggestion.
Okay. I mean, so Sett, do you think you're doing like a loud enough roar here to do that, or are you doing this like more in a? It's hard to describe this. Like, are you doing this as a way? I'm just asking you as a DM. I guess I can make the choice for you. But is this like kind of you trying to release some type of?
I'll tell you what like my goal is, but then like you can decide whether that would hurt someone or not. Sett's goal is to release like a draconic roar that's loud enough to where it echoes through the woods for something to call back.
Okay, so you're releasing it through the woods for something to call back. So I'm not going to say that they take any damage. However, Sakura, I will say that it like, you know what? I will say that they take some damage from it, or perceived damage from it. However, I would have to roll, I guess, the wisdom for them for that.
Well, even if they don't take damage, if they get attacked at all, like it would bring them out of suggestion.
Well, then, since they aren't covering their ears at all, and they're in like a smaller radius, I'm just gonna say yes. Fuck it. I'm gonna say that shook them out of their suggestion. Good call. I mean, that kind of ruined things for you, Jade. But good looking out for the story. So anywho, don't by the way,
my bad.
Don't worry, Jade, Stassi, Pippa, and Amalia. We'll get to you guys here in a little bit. But all of a sudden, Sett, you see that the pig is shaken out of his trance. Then, and he looks to you, and let's rewind a little bit. He looks to you, Sett, and goes, "Do not do that again. Don't, please, do not do that again."
Sett holds up his fingers and he begins counting until the time that he hears something call back to count. You know how you drop something down a deep hole and you count seconds to see how far down the hole is?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's trying to see how far whatever it is that he's expecting the call back is.
Okay. So give me an investigation roll.
I don't like that, Jay.
Give me an investigation roll.
That's scary.
Would I be able to do that too? Investigation?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. I'll add that on for you. Yeah, if you both want to make an investigation roll, you can. And Octavius, by the way, if you're ever there again, just let me know so I can pivot to a Sirus moment. Just so you know, Mike.
19 for me.
19. Okay, and then Jesse, when you have a moment.
What do you need me to roll?
That's an investigation.
I got a 2.
Oh, you got a 2. So, Sett, as you're kind of focusing on waiting for a call back, unfortunately, Sett, you don't hear anything. You don't hear anything. You're waiting. You're hoping that something will answer you. You're just waiting with all your might. You're just kind of hoping, answer me, but nothing. As you clench your fists.
So nothing calls back, correct?
Not right. Not
that
this.
Immediately releases Presence of the Monarch.
Okay. Well, hold on. Before you do that, I mean, you can, but before you do that, I also want to just say, Clive, however, since while you're listening to see if you hear anything, Clive, you notice, however, in the distance through the woods, way, way off in the darkness, you, however, see a flame light up in the middle of the woods, seemingly. A tree, way in the distance, light on fire. Completely go up into flames. Smoke begins to rise into the night sky. At the same time...
What color are the flames?
These flames seem to be blue.
I was then going to grab Sett's leg and just say to him, before you do anything, look. Blue flame, right there.
And Sett, as you look, he points straight into the wilderness, and you see very far off, almost unseeable, really, is the only word for it, but you do make out blue flames have engulfed a tree down the direction of the path headed towards New Harmony, the city that you guys are headed to. But you see that way off in the distance, Sett, a tree is just lit up in blue flames.
So that's
Sett,
in the city or outside of the city?
Headed towards the city. You can't.
Okay.
It's far off. Neither of you guys would be able to tell if it's in the city border or if it's in the woods, making its way down the path into the city itself. I know it's a little pretentious of me to say, but yeah, it's kind of like, on the borderline of the city and the wilderness.
I was going to stand up and look at Sett. Is that what you were hoping for a reaction?
Yeah.
He's then going to look to the pig. Pig, come here. I want to know who you are and what you know. You seem to know what's going on here.
Look. I'm a friend. I'm assuming you guys are with Pippa and the team. Are you guys with them?
Who the fuck are you?
Okay,
Sett,
okay.
hold on a second. All right, listen, what's your name, Pig? Because I don't want to keep calling you Pig.
Okay, well, one, slow down with that pig stuff, because I'm not really a pig. I'm not going to be saying this out loud, but I'm definitely something else. He turns to Sett. And if you're who I think you are, then we have something in common.
Okay.
Oh, no. I think I know where you're going with this. What is the name I can call you by, then?
Please. Right now, I'm going by Burrito. Your friend Sakura said that you guys would call me Burrito. My real name is Taco, but she says that we got to go by code names because right now the same guy that I think is looking for you, Mr. Rabbit, is looking for me. And I suggest that if you have the ability to change yourself, you do so because he's here.
Your name is Burrito?
Well, that's not what's important right now. It's not important.
I know, but like I can't like shake off. Of course, the fat ass names you after food.
Look,
Clive is just going to be his face palming at the moment and just Sett.
What?
Just hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, we'll call you He'll look then to Taco Burrito. We'll call you Burrito for now because what I've heard about this person who's hunting our friend here, he thumbs over to Sett. This isn't good news. In fact, we just dealt with a few of his lackeys.
Well, I don't know what our friend here, he points to Sett again, I don't know what he's told you and your group about you know who, he looks to Sett. But he's real bad news, and if Sett's here and I'm here, then that just gives him more control, because trust me, he can control people like me and your friend. And your friend here, well, okay, maybe not you. You're pretty strong. And by the way...
No, but he doesn't control fucking pigs.
I just said I'm not a pig.
Burrito. Burrito, let me spell it out for... I'll have to spell that for Sett. Sett.
Yeah.
Come here. He leans over to Sett. Dragon. He's a dragon in disguise.
This fucking guy?
Yes, you knucklehead.
Are you like 100% sure? Like he's literally a pig?
You guys look down at the little pig. He like crosses his arms and his sunglasses. He pushes them up to his snout. He's like, "You piece of shit! I'm trying to help you out here. And yes, we are kin. I look."
Okay. Oh, okay. Kinshman. All right, hold on, Clive. I'm gonna test this out real quick. Just gonna walk up to him, look down at him because I'm assuming he's shorter because he's a pig.
Well, right now
his eyes are gonna change and his voice is gonna boom. Kneel.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to have him do I need you to do an intimidation roll here.
Oh, hell no. Presence of the Monarch. Wisdom save of 18.
Okay, wisdom of 18. I forgot
Clive
about
is just rolling it. Clive is just rolling his eyes like, here we go again.
And by the way, we're going to cut over to the ladies here in a minute, just so you girls know. So, Sett, as you kind of release your Presence of the Monarch here on young fucking Taco. Sorry, I have to pull the stuff up. They're over here on the app. Taco is going to make a little wisdom save here.
Let's see the numbers.
He's a young red dragon, though, so he's not necessarily what you would call intelligent compared to others, but dragons overall are pretty intelligent in general. So,
true. Do not say anything funny, Clive. I can hear it in your head.
He's just going to look over to Sett and just say, I don't need to if you already know what I'm going to say.
Shit. Okay, so he rolled a 7. So he definitely gets frightened right away. So you see that the pig gets frightened. However, Sett, as he gets frightened, you do notice in his eyes that they switch from pig eyes to reptilian eyes. As he's scared and he wants to show you, I'm a dragon, and his eyes quickly switch, just like a blink. But you see that they are no longer pig eyes, but they are white eyes with red slits going down them. Very much reptilian.
He's going to look at it. He's going to go from talking to Clive all like nice and funny and then look back to him and said, it wasn't a request. It was a command.
And he gets down and kind of kneels.
He's going to look back to Clive and go, oh shit, my bad. All right, get up, man. Sorry.
Look, I know what you're doing, man. I mean, I get it. I am one too.
Dude, you're only like 100 years old. Like, you're like fucking 5.
Yeah, but you know how Stormcloud is. He likes to recruit, and he came after me, and I said no. Because ever since you left him, man, nobody wants to fight for him anymore. Hell, everybody's leaving him, one after another. And now he's pissed.
For fucking reason.
Clive is going to then crouch down to Burrito and just look at him. What do you know about this man? If everyone's leaving him, what does that entirely mean? Is he losing his grip on his empire?
You can call it that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really an empire. It's more like he's a prick who just takes advantage of people with dragon abilities, people with dragon.
Clive, let me explain it in the way that I can explain it that you might understand. He is a child. That guy out there is a monster. I'm gonna go kill the monster so this child doesn't have to be scared. Be right back.
All right, so Sett.
Clive is then going to. Clive then gets back up and looks at Sett. I have a cooking question for you, Sett.
Okay, walk and talk.
All right, so as you guys begin to go walk and talk out of the campsite, heading towards the town, it seems like now Sett and Clive, you are on a mission together. Cyrus, however,
no. Clive is standing put, and he's going to make sure that this question will probably catch Sett off guard. He's just going to look at him and say, "How do you cook human flesh?"
The fuck did you just ask me?
And he's just going to give the smuggest smile to Sett.
All right.
If you want to go off on your little adventure, that's fine by me. But that's just a question I want to know. And he sits back down and sips his mead.
Tell you what, Bookworm. Come with me, and you do me a favor, right? You don't have to get physical. You just have to be present, and I'll answer your question.
Yeah, what happened the last time we split the team? We're not going to be
Killed
soloing
people and
these
lived.
things. We're not going to be soloing these things again.
Do yourself. Later.
Oh, okay. So Sett, you start heading off away from Clive. Clive, you watch as Sett starts heading slightly out of camp. Halmon starts to watch you as you head out away from the campsite. Sett a little bit more towards the edge. Clive, you watch as he exits. Sett, you kind of head off in the way that the girls went towards the area where he pointed, which is the area the girls would be going to make their call to Hades. Octavius, are you there right now? Or are you still not there at the moment, my friend? If not, then I'm going to go over to the girls.
Come on, Bubba. Come on.
I don't think he's here right now. So, ladies, we're going to take a moment to switch over to you. So thank you, Clive and Jesse. We'll be back with you guys a little bit later. If you guys need to go to the bathroom or do some stuff, feel free, because I'm going to change gears here. And then, girls, we're going to go to you and then take a quick little break. So hold on one second while I change the screens, guys. But women, you're up. Ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Can one of you help me call Hades?
I think Pippa was helping, right?
Yeah, I got you. I help.
Thanks. I kind of need a quick private conversation with him, if you don't mind.
Oh, private.
Private.
Are you sure about that?
I just think it would be a lot easier that way. I've got some unsettling news for him, and I'd rather him not lose his temper around you while you guys are around.
All right, but we still got a lot of questions. We got to catch up on what happened while we were gone and stuff. So we'll be over here. We got our sacrifice already ready for you. The poor dead squirrels, as you can see, it should work.
However, if Sakura wants to do the divinity spell, or Stassi, or Wendeline, because I think you can only use it once a day, and Pippa, you've already used it. So I think either Wendeline.
I thought it was 3 times.
Can you use it 3 times, or is it only once? I think you can only use it once a day, I believe. But I might be wrong. So double check for me, Pippa, if you want. But you guys do have a pile of Amalia as you watch as you guys arrive to the location you were at before. Stassi, you kind of like look down and stomps, like steps in half of the dead squirrels that lay all over the ground. And you just like see like one of the squirrels just like pusses open and like just, as half the body is just like smushed out under. and you just like
I'm just
look.
gonna look over at Pippa and be like, yeah, we've got a lot to catch up on.
Hey, it really wasn't my fault, kind of.
Okay, so basically, yeah, it says that. I mean, at least on mine, I can do it like 3 times or more.
Well, you are a cleric, so maybe you can do it definitely 3 times. I don't know how many
Yeah.
times you can do
Well, because on mine, my spell slot is full for that one.
Oh,
But
okay.
it-
Then I'll cast it.
it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
she can't. Yeah, that's what I meant. Is that I don't think she can use
I
her.
guess I'll go ahead and call my uncle up for you guys then.
All right, so Wendeline, Sakura, Pippa, you dismount off of Chomps, and Amalia. Did you also want to put Cerberus away, or do you want to keep him out? He's getting pretty tired. You've had him out for a good, basically about a day or so, or do you want to keep him out, or do you want to? What do you want to do? Because your dog is he's looking tired. I mean, he's your summon. You can keep him out, but you notice that all 3 heads are starting to pant. Like they're just
Is
getting.
there like a creek or some water nearby?
You would have to give me an investigation roll, or tell Cerberus to give me an investigation roll for that. But I mean, back at the camp, there was kind of I guess like we could say that there was a stream nearby, I suppose.
I got a 10. If there's one back at camp, I'm just gonna turn to Cerberus and be like, "Hey, buddy, I'll meet you back at camp. Go get some water."
Okay, so at this point, I will have you do an intelligence roll for me with Cerberus to see if he's gonna figure this out. If you're just sending your 3-headed giant dog off into the woods.
Let's see.
Fine.
I got
You're just
18.
Okay. So Cerberus isn't dumb. Cerberus is not. However, as Cerberus leaves and heads back, just starts running and belting back to the campsite. So he leaves. Sett, as you're like leaving the camp, headed off in their directions. This would be like a couple minutes later from when you did this, Amalia. But Sett, as you're leaving down the path that they were, you just watch Sett as Cerberus just bounds, starts running basically straight at you. So Sett, is there anything you want to do or say to Cerberus as you notice Amelia's large 3-headed dog starts running down the path, basically right past you? Anything you want to do, Sett?
Sett's gonna look kind of confused seeing the fucking giant dog running at him just with no one on it. He's gonna go, all right. Hey girl, come here.
Oh, okay, well, hold on. I need you to do an animal handling check here then. Sorry, girls. I'll get to you in 1 second. It's because I didn't expect her to do this. So as Cerberus is bounding down the path and running past you, Sett, you want to get Cerberus's attention. Give me an animal handling.
I'll burn a lucky point for this. I want to pet the dog. I don't even need to. 21.
Okay, so Cerberus knows you. You were just riding on Cerberus's back. Cerberus like stops and is like, Sett! Like all the 3 heads like come. They call it like they all start like sniffing your crotch because remember you had a good crotch. So like all the 3 dog heads are just like they dog sniff your crotch, just like it's like going crazy, just sniffing at you, Sett, all over. You did a good job. You definitely Cerberus likes you. As the dog is kind of just licking your rabbit fur all up and down your face.
He's rubbing all their heads. They're all a good girl.
All right. Do you want to let Cerberus continue on their way, or are you kind of just going to stop there and take a moment to chill with the dog?
He's gonna look to Cerberus and go, maybe Clive. Maybe Clive isn't wrong. I don't know. Okay. You know what? Hey, girl. Look at me. All 3 of you, look at me. Yeah, you too. Fucking cockeyes, look at me. I need you, all of you. I need all of you to get mommy and find me. And Sett's gonna pluck a piece of rabbit fur off himself and make sure all the noses of the dogs smell it. You smell that? It smells pretty bad. I haven't showered in like 3 days.
The dogs
Anyway.
are like just smelling it. They don't mind.
Yeah, they're dogs. They're not gonna mind.
They love it. They love the shit out of it.
I need you to find me in a little bit, okay? You keep running and do whatever you're gonna do. You're gonna go take a dump. Fucking, I get it. It is what it is. But when you're done, get mommy and find me. Do you understand?
Yeah, Cerberus understands. Cerberus understands English. Cerberus understands you. Your animal handling skills here are really good. Cerberus trusts you. So Cerberus kind of goes off now, Sett. Like the three heads smell you, kind of starts heading back to the camp area where they were headed towards to listen to their mother or listen to Amalia because her direction does take over yours. But they listen to you, Sett, and you see that's like Cerberus leans over and starts taking a big dog shit.
Oh, Jesus,
that's like
dude.
the one thing that it listens to you on. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shit now. So it's like Cerberus just like starts taking his giant dog shit. It's just like right there looking at you like, did I
Just
do
to
good?
make sure that Amalia will understand the message, Sett's gonna think and go, okay. He's gonna grab the end of his ear, change one of his fingers on his hand into a dragon claw, and slice the end of his ear off and give it to Cerberus. Bring this to mommy, and when she sees this, she'll know.
Okay, well you're gonna have to take a.
I'll take a d6 of damage gladly.
Give me a little d6 damage of chopping off just the little tip of your ear. You just kind of slice it up and leave it for Cerberus.
One. I'm a surgeon.
Yours like it's like clean cut, not much blood. It just happens to be really good. You give it to Cerberus. Cerberus takes it. Sett, you continue on your way as Cerberus kind of holds the piece of your ear, lets out a little dog whine as you leave, and you head kind of back in the direction, kind of where the ladies are, but in a slightly different way, as the blue tree is headed in a slightly different way off the path. However,
Sett walks off, pats Cerberus on the butt, and says, "I'll see you later, baby."
So then, as you head off to the woods, let's cut back to the girls. So, Amalia, Sakura, if you don't mind, you need to cast Divinity.
Mhm.
And
Yes, I did already.
all right, so Sakura, as you cast Divinity, what happens? As you like put out your arms and stuff, it starts glowing like that, like pink electric, like lightning that you use with your magic that seems like to be coming from your fingertips. Do you want to tell me what happens as you open up this portal or anything, or what do you got? Come on, you got to give me something.
Alakazam.
Basic the magic.
Yep.
So as you stretch out your hand, you kind of summon, you know what you're doing your divinity call, you cross your hands again, the electric magic, electricity shoots from you, you say Alakazam, and boom, just like a light just shoots out of your hands, goes straight into the ground, this electric like pink magic just starts shooting through the rocks, through the ground. Pippa, your little like rocks with like their arms kind of like look scared, they're like start running around like like they're like, what the fuck's going on? But
didn't Amelia want us to hide too?
Oh,
should we run away, or are we gonna be here?
Amalia, did you want your friends to hide?
You don't have to hide or run away. I just need a moment.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Just be over here then.
All right. So as the lightning infects the ground and goes through it, and
we're gonna go hang out with the rocks.
And Wendeline, once again, you all three have now gone off of Chomps. So you guys are Sakura, Pippa, Wendeline. You're standing next to Chomps. Pippa, did you want to keep Chomps out, or do you want to put him away?
I think I am gonna put him away for a little bit, just because I had him out too.
All right.
So,
Okay, so Chomps is going to be put away. He looks a little nervous too. So Pippa, you take out your sewn.
yeah, so take it out. Don't worry, Chomps. I'll bring you back out later. Just take a little rest. I'll give him a little pat on the head.
He kind of
put him away.
He leans down, does a small little roar, looks to you, Wendeline, and kind of Chomps kind of nudges you with his big, like, kind of T-Rex like face, kind of giving you a push, like, you did good. Like, he's trying to like be like, I like you well enough, and kind of like nuzzles you a little bit.
She kind of like weirdly like pets him or strokes him and responds like, oh, okay, like.
So as you do that, give me an animal handling roll too, because I want to see like how, like, as you go to like pet him. Let's see if you can House of the Dragon this thing and see if it's good. Or Amalia, maybe she'll be like the other guy. Just Chomps will fuck him up. Spoiler alert for House of the Dragon. But yeah.
Oh, don't see smoker.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just turned him to the sea smoke right away. How'd you do, Wendeline? Tell me.
I got a 15.
Okay, you did fine. You did fine. Like, Chomps isn't like your best friend, and as you pet like his T-Rex like big face, he just releases like a giant kind of like a T-Rex kind of sneeze, like just a little. It's like, you know what I mean? Like when dogs go like just kind of just sneezes like really kind of loudly, and you're just like, ugh. You just like remove your hand from the large T-Rex face. It is summoned back into the ball, if you will, the Pippa's Pokeball. And Sakura, the magic lightning spreads through the ground, and all of a sudden, Amalia, you watch as in front of you, a giant red portal starts to swirl through the air. Flames begin to come out of the ground itself, and out of the portal, indeed, steps your husband, Amalia, Hades. He's wearing, of course, this time, a more regal style military suit. It seems to be embroidered as well. The buttons are clasped on either side. He has a large cloak that seems to flare out into like the flames burning the end of his jacket. As he comes out, it drapes over your shoulder, weirdly mimicking yours, Amalia. You didn't even plan this, but it seems that you and your husband have very similar taste, as your black cloak drapes over one shoulder, his drapes over the other. The clasp kind of goes around his neck, keeping the cape the cape around his shoulders, and he looks to you. Really? It's been, what, 2 days, 3 days? You missed me already.
You away.
It's all right.
I know things are busy, but and then Amalia steps up and just like gently puts her hands in his. Something's happened on our way to New Harmony. We were going through the forest on a mission for the rabbit, and a general was. Hang on, can I use a history check? I can't remember if he was a general, captain. Like, what was his name?
He was a captain. His name is Captain Lincoln Burke. You're good.
Captain Lincoln. Okay, so we encountered a Captain Lincoln Burger. He's apparently from Auric, and he brutally murdered some drow.
Well,
and I have a feeling something bad is happening in Auric right now, and I know that's where you're headed.
Well, He looks to Pippa, Wendeline, Sakura. Ladies? Niece? Good to see you. Amalia, are you sure you want to talk about this right here, right now?
I mean, I'll just have to relay all of it to them eventually, so.
Fine. Ladies, if you don't mind being told some graphic information, I'll speak plainly, my darling. There will be casualties. You understand?
I understand, but I have a feeling something more sinister is going on in Auric right now.
Amalia, I thought we had an understanding. You're not supposed to care about these things. You're supposed to go off and get the stones.
These things came to me.
Yes, but we talked about this. You're supposed to go find my son, find the last stone, and bring them to Auric. That is all you're supposed to do. I did not ask you to get involved in this in any other way. Your connection to the drow and myself is for one reason and one reason only, to connect me to this realm and get the drow to the location they need to get to. Do you understand?
I'm not going to get there if they're all brutally murdered now, are they?
I told you.
Hold up. Why are you telling her that the only reason you're connected to her is for all this? I thought you loved her and cared about her.
Sakura, he looks to Amalia, gets a little bit embarrassed, looks to Wendeline, looks to Pippa. I do. He looks to Amalia, his emotions change. You can see in his face, Amalia, the toughness drops. I do care. I care about you greatly. I told you this. It's just, my darling, there's more important things you need to do.
I'm telling you, for your mission in Auric, this is something that's important. And then I pull out the medal and hand it over. If you can find out more information about who assigned him.
Does it matter?
Something else is going on, and I have a feeling it's connected with Halsworth, who has one of your precious stones.
It matters if all the stuff that you're supposed to be taking care of is affecting us now.
I told you there would be casualties. The military is obviously bound to act when the arrival of a new civilization joins a kingdom. Am I correct? We knew this, my queen. We knew this would happen. We knew this would be a possibility. He looks to Pippa. I told you and your group to make sure that you got my wife to the situation that she needed to get to, which is getting these stones. Are you going to get her there?
Of course we are. And
I mean,
we
yeah,
will.
we're just letting you know.
We have things that we need to get to in order to complete that as well. So don't worry. We haven't forgotten.
Look, okay, maybe I'm approaching this the wrong way. But Amalia, what's happening in Ulrich, I already knew about. I told you, I started this whole situation before we got married. This whole thing has been a plan in action. There will be drow that are killed. It is the bigoted city that you are from, and anywhere they are allowed to go will be the same. They will be killed. There will be people from the government sent to kill them, to kill you, to kill me. But that is what needs to happen if we want our power to get stronger in this realm.
I know all of this. What I'm trying to tell you is that Halsworth is using a lot of this to gain more control of the city, which is going to make this more difficult for both of us.
All right, and that is why I am telling you now, you need to go find this goddamn last stone. I seem angry. But trust me, my temper is not placed at you. He grabs you, Amalia, lets go of your hand, and then grabs your cheek instead. I'm not upset with you. I'm upset with this situation. He looks to Wendeline. I'm upset with her god for putting us in it in the first place. He looks to you, Wendeline. How's it been going? Watching after my wife for him. The only reason that he's even involving you in this, I'm sure as he's told you, is circumstantial.
I'm just here to make sure that the world doesn't fucking end.
Well, I guess we have the same agenda, Fate. You know, you work for me. Did you know that?
Is that so?
Where do you think you're going to end up if he lets you have the promotion that you so desperately are now trying to achieve by keeping this group together? The Fates end up in one place, at my council in the underworld.
Is that true?
It is. You want to give me a perception roll here?
Oh, I just had it pulled up. Fuck.
You're good. Take your time. Sakura, Pippa, Amalia, if you want to also give me an insight or perception roll, you can.
Well, I have a passive of 18.
Passive 21.
21, okay. Well, as you guys can see, all of you, he is not lying. So, I mean, he's telling the truth in some capacity, yes. There seems to be a little bit of, let's just say, you can tell he's not telling the full truth, but he's like, yes, you'll be stuck to the underworld with me, mainly.
And why am I supposed to believe that?
Well, to answer your question first, is that where is it that you met the other Fates? In the Underpole, with me. Why were they there? Why did the Allfather let you get captured by Krampus, your almighty god who you look up to and gave you the powers of seeing into the future, and he loves you so much, and you talked to him the other day, and he told my niece about how to get the things out of her tits. That's not exactly how this all works. Why do you think you got kidnapped and put in a bag? You're a pawn.
I'm part of God's plan.
God does not care about you. Hell. He looks to Amalia, and you see a little bit of a change in Amalia and Hades' face here. That loving demeanor touching your cheek immediately goes away, and the cold, calculating God that you guys have heard Hades being in stories from your past, all of you, deeply comes out as he looks to you, Wendeline. Do you really think I care about these drow the way that he cares about you?
Seemingly not at all.
I'm just letting you... He looks at Sakura. He kind of, again, starts to then reflex back to his softer demeanor. Being a god is difficult. You can't care about all of them all the time. And sometimes you need to use your worshippers in ways sometimes being a god does not mean you're always good. He turns back to Amalia. Please, find the stones. Please.
Find my information.
What was that?
I said, find my information. Shouldn't be too hard for a god, right?
You don't need to get snippy with me, okay?
I came to you in good faith to ask for your help, and you started this.
I am helping you. Find the stones. Find my son. Have him get you to the last one. I don't know where he's found it, where he's hid it. You're on your way to Red Hill, correct? I'm assuming you'll get it there. Then we can save more of these drows. And look, God girl. Maybe you're right. Maybe he does care about you. It's not that I don't care about the drow. It's just I said there will be casualties. And I'm just letting you know you might be one of his.
Trying to make you both sound very similar, then. If your ends always justify your means.
Per.
I did marry a very smart woman, it seems. Well, then how about this? He looks to you, Wendeline, again. Help me become the kind of god that you want. If he truly is making you a fate that is going to be a great person, then help me become a god like him.
You could start with giving her an apology for speaking to her like that.
Give Hades a persuasion roll here as he looks Wendeline up and down. Kind of just...
Persuasion?
A persuasion, please, yes.
Hey,
I got
Jay,
22.
Oh, no.
What was that, Jesse?
I'm gonna go take a quick shower, so if I'm not answering, it's because I'm doing that.
Oh, okay.
I really need a shower. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I think we're good with Sett for now since you headed off in your own direction. I think you're pretty good.
All right, cool.
Okay. But anywho, as we get back to your persuasion roll, please.
22.
22. Okay, so Hades looks to you. He does love you, Amalia, in his own way, and he looks to you as you tell him to say sorry. And he looks you up and down, and looks back up to Wendeline. Look, I am sorry. She's right. I'm acting brash, and I'm lashing out at you because I don't like your patron. But you have to understand that this all happened because of him. You know this, yes? I mean, I don't know how much you know about the Never War, but he created the monster that destroyed this world. He created the monsters that these stones are connected to that you're looking for. And then he took all of the power away from us other gods in this realm. Why would you want to worship somebody who wants all the power and control for themselves, despite them being good? Does that sound good to you?
Sounds like he was trying to keep order to me.
That's what he said.
Otherwise, it would just be chaos.
That's what he said.
That's what she said.
That's great.
Well,
He
it
looks-
seems to me if you're going to constantly try and go up against this self-proclaimed monster and you turn into a monster yourself in the process, how does that make us better? Why does this war even matter? If we're just replacing one with another.
I'm trying
That is why the trial are important. That is why this information is important. Because if my city falls to Halsworth completely and he's able to push his agenda even further, there's going to be a lot more unnecessary deaths than what a war would even need to have.
Well, I can give you this information. That if this person was part of the Ulrich army, a captain of their army, a captain from Ulrich, then that means that they indeed follow the West Kingdom government. If he was sent by the West Kingdom government to dispose of the drow that we are trying to get into your city, then that means that the West Kingdom government does not want you or me involved in this realm or the drow, which means that they are heavenly father over here is their main god. And he does not like the others who worship any other gods in this realm. Hence why we're fighting for power, because her god is a tyrant.
The West Kingdom is run by zealots.
Well, they push the All-Father. It's probably why your friend here is so young and why she believes so strongly in him. But I digress.
We need to find a way to sever their connection. Auric will be easier to take back if it's not connected to the West Kingdom. If we can somehow sabotage the relationship with Halsworth.
Well, if we have advantage and your city has advantage over what the West Kingdom has, perhaps that could happen. And that's why I tell you to find these stones, my darling. If we have all 4 stones, then we have advantage. We have the means to find whatever these stones are connected to that creates this immense power that the All-Father didn't want any of us to have. Thank God the only reason your friend is on this team is that she perhaps can have a connection to him, which will help us further our mission.
You forget your people. Just because they're not powerful doesn't mean they don't hold power within the city.
That's true. Until we
Best
have...
they're not forgotten, and you need to show them that they matter. Otherwise, you've lost everything, and Halsworth gains everything.
Well, how do you propose, while you're out looking for these stones, I help my people enter this new city of yours? Any of you?
People of
Tiefling,
Auric
elf, girl, cleric?
The people of Auric aren't as cruel as they can sometimes seem. Halsworth just has a way of stoking their fears.
So what? I send the drow there bearing gift baskets in fluffy pink pajamas. What do you suggest?
I don't know exactly, but we need a way to get them to connect.
I do know somebody with a connection to the royal kingdom.
Wait, but okay, hold on. Maybe I'm a little stupid, but why are we sending them to Ulrich and not New Harmony?
Well, my wife's political affiliation with the city and the amount of space that it offers is vast. It's a lot more, let's just say, land for my people to inhabit than there is here in this small town. New Harmony is a lovely place, don't get me wrong. He looks around the wilderness around all of you. But it cannot house all of the drow.
But so you're just gonna like have them move right into Ulrich instead of maybe gaining a tactical advantage over here?
Perhaps we could start with having more of the drow start here and make their way, but once again, I was hoping the political connection to my new wife would help smooth things over, make an easy transition for the drow, but apparently they're being murdered. I didn't think that your city was perhaps too dark. I perhaps underestimated the amount of deaths that come in and out of Ulrich, which I should not have.
I think it's
Yeah.
just because of my absence, Hallsworth has stoked more fear into the people.
Yeah, there's that.
We need to figure out why they're afraid and why they're acting out this way and not against him. I can guarantee you they're not happy with Hallsworth. They've never have been under any of them.
Well, once again, feel free to call me up, darling, when any of you have an idea.
Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you just assassinate Hallsworth?
Well, I can't interfere in this realm in that capacity.
Why?
I just said the Allfather has suppressed all of us gods. I can barely do a thing. Even when you guys channeled Divinity, all we're allowed to do is basically answer your questions. I can't do anything besides that. When I summoned Amalia to the underworld, that was already out of the Allfather's will, which is why he showed up at the wedding a little bit upset about it, and the fates attacked you.
Oh,
Maybe we can use a little of his power to help us. And then I turned to Wendeline. Can you see the future of what happened? What would happen, or I guess, what would happen if we took the Drow to New Harmony versus Ulrich?
You should totally do that.
Yeah.
So, Wendeline, if you want, your friends all turn to you, looking to look into the future. If you'd like, Wendeline, you can always use your premonition ability. You have to roll a d20 on wisdom, and if you get over a 15, the higher you get, the better your chances of seeing the future will be.
Get high. Sorry.
Sorry, is that...
Just so you guys know, I'm almost back to my area, so give me a few more minutes.
No, let me know. Let me know when you're back, and after we do our break, Cyrus, I'll then cut back to you, because I think that'll be a good time to then end with Cyrus after the break.
Good.
Hell yeah, man.
All right. Cool.
So is that a spell that's been added that I can't
No.
see yet?
That's just a gift that you are given in a natural ability that I'm gifting you, that the Allfather has gifted you. So basically, it just means anytime out of combat, if you'd like to try to make a premonition, you just roll a d20, and then, like I said, if you get above a 15, of course, with your wisdom and stuff, so you can add those pluses to your roll, obviously. So yeah, just have to make a wisdom roll, and then let's see what you see in the future. Amalia wants to see if you can see into the future here. If the Allfather will gift you with your ability, let's see. That's something that could happen to maybe alter your guys's future. However, Pippa, you did want to ask her something as well. So before she does this, Stassi, maybe what did you? Because I know Pippa said this to me earlier.
Yeah. So for you, DM. So can she ask multiple things when she does this, or because if so, Wendeline, I was also thinking you could ask if you could see into the future of where maybe we could like find the stones, if we like anything to do with that, because since they are connected with the Four Masters, maybe that also you can figure that out in your vision, try to like conjure up Drow in Ulrich and where we can get stones for the Four Masters.
I don't know if that's how it works. If I can ask to see certain things, but I will try.
Well, you can think about whatever you'd like to ask or see a vision about, Stassi, and then depending on your roll, let's see what I can give you.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll for it, I guess.
I mean, hey, you gotta let me know, dude. Come on, give me that energy.
I have no idea what's going on.
You got
Roll high, roll high.
They're asking if you pay attention, Corey.
Yeah, it's just a d20.
D20.
Roll high and think hard.
Get off your phone. Get in the game, you little bitch.
I'm not on my phone. You know what I have up on my phone? I have D&D Beyond. Okay, y'all need to get with it. Get with the mobile app.
Well, then get off your other
I'm reading
shit.
my stuff. I'm locked
kidding.
in.
I'm just kidding.
She's locked in.
I'm just kidding. It's
I'm
hot.
in
This roll better be locked in too.
It's hot and lame in
I only
Texas.
rolled what was it? I just rolled. It was a 14.
A
So I
14.
didn't get it.
Oh, so unfortunately, okay.
Can I
so
use guidance?
okay, I'll give her guidance, and you can have an
Roll a
advantage.
D4?
This is the first time you add a D4. Yeah, you can add a D4 to that.
Okay, so how would I do that?
Just roll a
So
D4.
on the on the left side, you can click the thing.
Just
It
roll a
looks like
D4.
20, and then there's like a D4 dice you can roll. You just click that.
Yeah, just do the D4 die. It'll roll that for you.
But that's
And
not what I wanted to do.
it's okay. It's okay. Just do it again. Just do it again when you have a moment, and we'll add that to the 14.
I just wanted one. There we go.
Yeah, it happens. I do that all the time too. Don't worry about it.
Great.
Okay.
Was that a 3?
I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
A 3.
Plus
Okay,
14,
that
so
is
17.
40, 56, yeah, so 17. So, okay, not a bad vision. So, Wendeline, as you kind of close your eyes and focus, all you girls are looking on your friend. Even Hades is kind of curious about this as he stands there and looks to you, Wendeline. And you focus, yeah, Wendeline, close your eyes. Give me a thing. It's like, give me, yeah, you're like, it's like as if you have a migraine or you're about to fart, but it's like that type of vibe. But you get a glimpse in your mind, and you see, in regarding Pippa's question, you see a purple glowing stone. However, the purple glowing stone that you see is covered in blood, and unfortunately, there's pink hair all around the ground, soaked in this red blood. Just pink hair, unfortunately, seemingly shredded apart, skin connected to the pink hair, a piece of a skull seemingly ripped off a body, and this purple stone is just drenched in the blood in this pool of pink hair and skull mass. But you do manage to see that, but your brain is telling you that the stone is gettable. However, you must get through this decimated skull of blood and pink hair. It's the only way to get to this stone. Your vision is really, you're letting know this. And then I'm going to send you a private message here, Stassi. So look at your Instagram messages, because this is a private vision.
Secrets.
Oh my god, of
So
course,
many
pink hair.
What if it's not you though?
What if it's my mom?
That's what I was
There's a lot
thinking.
of people with pink hair. It maybe it's
Yeah,
not
they're all
anybody to me,
connected to me.
And then Amalia, your question was, what was your question again about Auric? Is what was the status of it? If what again?
What would happen if we brought the Drow to New Harmony or Auric?
Right.
It's about damn time I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right.
We're not on break yet, right?
No,
No,
we're
not
gonna be
yet.
on break here. We're gonna be on break here in a
We
minute.
are waiting in suspense for me to get some piping hot vision tea.
Give us that vision tea.
Just for the viewers at home who needed a little bit of an update.
All right. I
About
mean,
to get
do
some
you?
spiritual tea.
So there's a vision that
I've been listening. I'm about to kill
Oh God.
So she got one vision that had to do with the stones. That unfortunately, Sirus, her first vision was, I let you all know. The second vision I did not let you all know. That's the second vision just for her. The first vision, however, is that she was, as Pippa asked her if she can see anything about the stones moving forward and finding them, she did see that you guys were able to get another stone, a dark, glowing purple stone with green energy, but it was surrounded by blood, skull pieces, and pink hair. And unfortunately, this was the only way to get this stone, was having to go through that. However, Wendeline, you did get another vision following that regarding Amalia's vision. However, you can share this to them or not, or share any of the visions, because they don't know what you saw with the stone either. So, You did get these visions, Wendeline. As you close your eyes, you open back up. The golden light from these visions dissipates from your eyes, and you see that Pippa, Sakura, Amalia, and Hades are there left looking at you.
Well, what'd you see?
I mean, she's speechless. She doesn't know what to say right now. She doesn't know if she wants to tell them or not. She's just like hesitant.
We need to know. What'd you see?
I saw fire and blood and other things I don't really want to talk about.
Hades looks at you. Please tell us at least what my wife asked about the city. What happens if the drow come here? Is there any way that perhaps should I bring them here before I let them into the city, or look, I don't want to ask you for help, but if you can give me whatever he has shown you, please.
All I know is that if you bring the drow to the city, it will only end in destruction.
But what if I bring them here to New Harmony? What about that? Is that a better option?
I'm afraid not.
These visions are pointless! Amalia, the plan...
Now we know that neither place is safe, so we need to find a third option.
There is no third option. We have no other place that will grant us some type of clemency and the type of political advantage that we would get from these two cities. This is enough. Enough of this drivel.
Pippa.
Darling. What?
Your family has some connections, don't they? Is there any possible way you would know where we could get some help for some refugees?
I mean, maybe we could bring them to where, where Jaja and everybody in Gaggle's at, but, I mean, it's not safe there either. But maybe we could, I don't know, do half and half? I have no idea, to be honest. Can I roll a history check?
Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to think.
So, Wendeline, you're left there with these visions in your head that you've just seen. The one with the pink hair and the blood and the skulls all over the ground. Your eyes keep drifting to Sakura as you notice that the pink hair is very, very similar in your vision to Sakura's. And you notice that you keep just seeing, as you look at Sakura, you just keep imagining that her face and her skull just pummeled into the ground, and Sakura's face and the blood and her skull just cracked open all over the ground. You don't know if that's whose skull you saw, but the hair is almost uncanny to the same color. And as you look at your friend, it's hard for you to envision her now without the sight of just a mangled corpse and skull covering the ground that is in front of you, Wendeline, unfortunately. Pippa, what was your history roll?
I rolled a 20, so...
A 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty good there. Sorry, everybody, hold on one second. The screen went black. Pippa, you remember that in your town where you're from, Cloverfield is... Clovertown is relatively pretty empty. It's a very ancient town with a lot of space, but it's very old and definitely not as big as New Harmony or Auric.
So, I mean, we could bring the drow there. I know it's kind of beat up.
Well, they didn't hear what you just said.
Oh, sorry.
That was me as a narrator saying
My
that
bad.
to you.
So anyway, I mean, we could bring like the drow to Clovertown, where I'm from. It's beat up. There's not really anything there, but there's a lot of open space. So that might be a place they can go temporarily until we figure this out.
Then we take them. They go to Clovertown for now. It will be temporary. I know they're probably not going to be too happy. There's not a lot of resources, but at least temporarily they'll be safe while I get these stones, and then when I get back to Auric, I can help them get back in.
Hades then looks to you, Pippa. And looks back to Sakura, to Wendeline, and back to Amalia. You know, that's not a terrible idea. I'm glad you called me, wife, because I think we may just have figured out a problem. If we can keep the drow half here and half in Clovertown, then perhaps while they come through, we can build up our own army big enough for ourselves to, in case we need to go to battle with the city of Ulrich, at least we have more soldiers already on this plane, or at least drow making a family for themselves and a name for themselves in this dimension while you find the stones. Fine. Amalia, meet me in Clovertown after you have found the 4th stone. After that, let's talk about this. We shall regroup, figure out what we're going to do next with your city. Does that sound all right?
Sounds like a plan.
I knew I married the right one. I'm not going to lie. It's strange for me to miss somebody the last couple of days after generations of not missing anyone.
Just while you're out there, don't forget to be the god I know you can be and not what you're going against.
He kind of smiles and wants to lean in to kiss you, but then he looks at Sakura and Pippa and Wendeline and realizes that, like, there's, like, these 3 girls around and then these little rocks on the ground. Yeah, that's awesome. Like, Wendeline's just, like, standing there, like, he, like, looks over at you. Like, your glasses just look like your eyes look really big in your glasses. You know what I mean? Like, you're looking, like, really, like, anime, like a child. Like you look over, like, and he looks back to Amalia. He kind of just quickly kisses you on the cheek, opposed to getting too romantic. And he kind of leans back. All right. Remember, if you need me, I'm a call away. I'm only one call away. Superman got nothing on me. All right. So anyway, so as Hades then, like, looks to Amalia, he lets go of you.
Lord have mercy.
Anyway, Hades then looks to the rest of the girls. He says, "Until next time.
Be safe.
You too.
Bye."
Bye." He looks to you like Sakura, like, "You keep safe." And he looks to Pippa again. "Keep them safe."
Will do.
And he kind of just sunks back into the ground through the flames of the portal in the ground. You see as Hades then gets sucked down back into the underworld, and all you girls are left there now looking at the portal in the ground. However, Stassi, Wendeline has these frightening images now almost burned into your brain. Your first attempt at your visions into the future, Wendeline, was highly successful. But unfortunately, Wendeline, I'm not going to lie to you, a little traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
It went very well, but Stassi, I just want you to imagine this, if you will, and I'm just going to use Jay here. I know you're not that close of friends yet, but maybe you are. But as you look at Sakura again, you just I can't reiterate enough how you just keep seeing her, seemingly her, decimated on the floor. And every time you look at this girl, just the blood and all of the gore from that vision you had remains in your mind.
I think Amalia is going to notice that she looks like really shaken, so she's going to go over to Wendeline and give her like a hug and be like, thank you for your help. I don't know what all you saw, but you saved a lot of people.
I think she's gonna cling to Amalia and say, please don't make me do that again.
Hopefully we won't have to.
Okay, damn. That's
I'm
actually,
gonna ask her. I'm gonna ask Wendeline too. Are you okay?
If you saw what I saw in the premonition that you all asked me to see, I think you would know that answer.
And as you say that to Sakura, you just once again look at her face, and it is completely smashed in. Sakura, she does not see you. she sees what she has just seen in her vision, and unfortunately, it is a nightmarish figure of what could be you, Sakura, with your face just basically imploded inward. However, here we're going to take a break, everybody, and be back right after this break and end the night on Sirus. Thank you, girls, by the way. That was great gameplay for all of you. But we'll be right back here with the break in a second. So we're only going to be playing for a little bit longer, guys. Hold on with me. But you girls, I think you're done for the night. So thank you very much.
Okay, let me know when the stream is ready.
And you're good.
Okay. Sweet.
You guys want to buy some cool D&D merch and some cool jewelry and necklaces and shiz like that? Then go to the Dirty 20 Dice Shop. Check it out. You find some cool stuff there. Oh yeah.
Yes, I love you, say for the way I know we've been apart. It's an endless circle of poison arrows to my heart, saying I love what you do to me, need you to stay with me. I love you too much to let go. How'd you think I feel when you call my name? You got me confused by the way I changed. How'd you think I feel when you call my name? My name, say my name, baby. How'd you think I feel when you call my name? You got me confused by the way I changed. How'd you think I feel when you call my name? My name, say my name, baby. It's the constant thought of my baby taking up my time. It's a non-stop vision of you that's playing on my mind, saying I love what you do to me, need you to stay with me. I love you too much to let go. How'd you think I feel when you call my name? You got me confused by the way I changed. How'd you think I feel when you call my name? My name, say my name, baby. How'd you think I feel when you call my name? You got me confused by the way I changed. How'd you think I feel when you call my name? My name, say my name, baby.
So, Clive, how do you like being a griffin?
It feels odd. Not sure I enjoy the tail.
You'll get used to it.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for playing with us tonight. We're going to be here just a little bit longer, but let's get back to the story. So the last thing we're going to do with you ladies here is you guys are going to start heading back to camp. So I'm going to start with Pippa, as she had something actually before the break she wanted to say, but I kind of cut her off right before we were going to do it. So let's start back with you, Pippa, as you girls are about to leave back to the way the camp is. Hades has disappeared through his portal back into the ground, sucked back into the ground, and the sacrificed squirrels, most of them, unfortunately, in this process, were either squished by Chomps and Cerberus, or now have been pulled into the ground and just are now charred, burnt corpses of the squirrels that have been sacrificed, basically, for this for these multiple divinations. But Pippa, you wanted to address the girls or the group before you guys head back to the camp.
Yeah, so Amalia, we still gotta talk. I wanted to ask you about what happened while we were gone. You know, Sakura obviously got hurt, so, you know, something happened. I want to make sure that everyone's okay if you know about anything. But also, yeah, we need to get back to the camp and check up on everybody and let them know so we can head off to find these stones, because...
Yeah, let's head back and I'll tell you along the way.
Okay. Yeah, please do.
All right, so as you guys head back towards the camp, Amalia, did you want to tell Sakura and Wendeline and Pippa about what happened with Lincoln Burger and the pose, or what do you want to? How much information did you want to tell them about what happened?
Long story short, Rabbit wanted to go on a revenge mission, was going to go with him. Then we got stopped along the way by this Captain Lincoln Burger guy. He had just murdered the drow that we had met in the Underpole. And then we fought him, and I'm assuming that's what happened to Sakura. Sorry about that.
So Sakura, you kind of just
Rabbit's
looked down.
a little reckless.
You looked down, kind of just to your arm, Sakura, where the pain came from, and obviously that explains what was going on during that fight. However, Pippa still kind of looks at you a little bit confused, Amalia, as in, I think she was wondering.
So that was you and Sett. Where's everybody else?
Oh, I have no idea. We just kind of went on his little revenge mission. I guess everyone's back at camp. I know Halmon set off somewhere. And then Sirus went to go pick flowers or something.
So random. But everyone else is okay, you think? Like, you guys, right before the drow and everything happened, because that was just you and Sett. What happened before that?
Try to remember everything that happened before that. We were just at camp, right?
No, you fought the pose and all that. With Pippa, remember, wasn't there. Sakura, Pippa, Wendeline.
Oh, right. You guys weren't at the camp with the weird cannibals.
For a while.
So she said,
cannibals.
What?
Yeah, there was like these freaky like bird people, and like they were eating horses, which I'm pretty sure might be Halmon's kid.
So like,
oh my god.
Sakura, Wendeline, Pippa, you guys hear this information, all look at each other like, what the fuck?
Thanks so much. You forgot to tell us. Jeez.
But okay.
I'm sorry, it's been a long day.
So to speed things up, let's just say.
I'm just gonna basically say like I gave them like the complete rundown of that fight.
All right, so Wendeline, Sakura, Pippa, Amalia, as you guys walk back towards the area towards camp, and the little rocks, by the way, are still following you, Pippa, on the ground. They're like, hi ho, hands off to work we go, but they're just like following after you guys, like the little duck babies, like Sakura said. But Amalia, you explained to them what happened with the pose, and Wendeline, Sakura, and Pippa, you hear the whole story about the fight with these warlocks and how they were looking for Sett and how and everything with the weird horse children. But then now let's cut back. We'll leave you ladies and let's go to you, Sirus. So Octavius, if you're there, my friend, we're going to cut back to you at camp, and you just had gone off yourself to basically go pick the flowers for the dead drow graves nearby. Sett had kind of went off to talk to Clive, Sirus, as you guys went to camp, and Halmon went to go talk to Chef Webberoni. Sirus, as you were picking flowers, you noticed that Sett in the distance, he kind of released a dragon call out of himself quite suddenly, and then he left the campsite, headed off in another direction. Halmon himself had went to go get a burger from Ted Webberoni, and he's eating it while Clive is seemingly just now resting at the campsite. Sirus, you do notice, however, as you're picking the flowers, Cerberus, the Hellhound, comes bounding down the pathway towards the camp by himself and ends up just kind of laying down and resting at the campsite himself without Amalia or any of the girls around him. So, Sirus, as you're kind of still here picking the flowers out of the ground, what would you like to do, Octavius? Anything that you'd like to do specifically? Right now, Clive, Halmon are still at the campsite.
Okay. Mind you, don't mind the crickets and don't mind the weird gunfire in the back. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh, you're
on.
good. You're good.
Anyways.
I love it. I love it. It makes it better.
Like sets the tone.
Cyrus is honestly, he's in a place where he trusts what Sett has to do or whatever he's doing. And he said that he trusts that he has a plan, obviously, if he's going back without Amalia. So he walks over to Clive, but for some reason, he seems a little bit more chipper than he was beforehand. And he goes over to Clive and taps him on the shoulder. Hey,
Right,
do you have a moment?
I do, yes. What's up?
I would like for you to walk with me. I would like to put these flowers with the drow, but I want to try something. I feel like it'd be better with someone of your caliber to help me out with something like that. Hey, it's a loud helicopter. Can you go home?
I can hear it a little bit.
Get out of here.
Don't worry about it. You're good, buddy. You're good. We can't really hear it, so you're good.
Oh, you're good.
I understand with my talents, but what do you mean by drow? Did you come across some?
Well, it was mainly Amalia and Sett, and short end of the story, they fought. This was like some fire giant, and it brutalized these three drow that I remember helping in the underworld. But I want to try something because I don't feel like it's right that little girl didn't get any closure, didn't get any time to see life. So I do want to try something, and I think it's better if you're by my side.
Clive stands up, looks Cyrus dead in the eye. What little girl?
There was a drow little girl, and if you remember, I helped her mother out when she was sick. This was the same little girl.
Cyrus, what did he do?
I think it's better if you just follow me. And then like his armor like dissipates from him, but with a more weird hue of like a more like blue light than before.
That's cool. Cool. Like your kind of armor. So you want to go back to your street clothes more so?
Yep, street clothes.
Okay, so like you get back your armor, kind of the magic armor goes away as it does. And Clive, you see that he's now just in more of his street clothes. He's holding like a nice bouquet of kind of let's say they're like wild mountain flowers. Octavius, you like basically picked these beautiful, like columbines and stuff like that. They're like really beautiful. Maybe a couple like daffodils and stuff. Very, very kind of beautiful mountain flowers that you can find in like woods near like let's say like Boulder, Colorado type of area. Those type of flowers. They're really beautiful. Clive, you notice that they're quite beautiful. Halmon also is going to join you guys as he's like eating the burger. He goes up behind Clive and he puts his hand on your shoulder. He's like, "Oh, buddy, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, there was some stuff that went down. We didn't see it, but yeah, we didn't see what happened. We got there; they were already in the ground. Hey, Cyrus, are you sure you wanted sure you want to do this?
I'm fine. Well, I'll tell you when I get there.
Hey. Okay, man. You do you. So Halmon kind of just looks, waiting on the ready for you, Sirus, to make your next decision.
Yeah, Sirus is already heading that way.
All right. So Clive, I'm assuming you want to head after Sirus, yes?
Yes. Well, he'll join.
All right, fantastic. So, hold on, guys. Let me bring up the other map. As you guys head off to the direction of the kind of grass field where you were before, when they had buried the drow. So, hold on. Let me move this stuff around here. Boop. Don't worry, guys. It's going to be a little bit longer for tonight, but I just got to change this map really fast. So, just give me 1 second. Since Octavius, you had to make it so difficult for me, getting out of going to a new area. I'm just kidding. Okay, so hold on.
Yeah, I just said what's up to a little frog. Hey, what's up, little dude?
Is there a frog by you right now?
Yeah, there's like 20 out here, dude.
Love. I can hear. Is that? I love it. I love little frogs. Okay, so Cyrus, you guys are get pulled up into this little area. You head back to the area right by the trees here, where they were buried. It takes you like a good, probably about 10 to 15-minute walk back again towards this area, Clive, Sirus, and Halmon. As you get there, Clive, you definitely see that there's 3 makeshift graves in the ground. One of them is a lot smaller than the other 2. The smell of the rotting Lincoln Burger corpse that has been burnt to a crisp by Amalia. It lays there still between the trees. As you guys can see, these basically these trees right here. If you guys see on the little map that I'm pointing at, they would be basically these trees in this area. And yeah, you can also smell the gross smell of all that charred, burnt jerky that now lays also on the grounds around the wilderness. But Clive and Cyrus, you arrive at the location of the graves.
Yeah, Cyrus immediately he just kind of he looks away from Lincoln and then he just points out a hand towards the graves, and then he starts to separate the flowers so he can put it on the respective graves.
Okay, so as we watch as Clive, you watch as he places the handful of the flowers onto each individual grave, giving each of them their own separate small bouquet of flowers.
Except for the little girl. He doesn't do that quite yet. He holds the flowers and he tucks them like in his belt before he takes a deep breath and he looks at Clive. Have I ever told you why I became a paladin?
No, I don't believe you have.
I don't remember many things, but I still remember my oath. I still remember I did it for my family and I did it to protect people.
Funny you mentioned that, Cyrus.
I sure have. But I became a paladin to help those who can't be helped and uplift those that will never be uplifted by anyone else. And I'm going to try that today the best way I can. And he turns away.
It's funny you mentioned that, Cyrus.
Oh.
And Clive he puts a hand on Cyrus's shoulder and gives him a kind nod. Interesting, because I did the same. My pact with my patron was made so I could save my people. My family.
Well, this is why I have you here. Now, this may not work, but I feel like she needs another chance at life. So, not using the hound's magic, but using my own, I will give some of my life to restore her. If this doesn't work, I'll put the flowers down and we can walk back. But if she comes back and she's whole and becomes a reborn like me, I can at least try to coast her to a better life than what she was given to, because this shall not be her fate.
Before you do, my friend, I must ask. I look to the smoldering pile. What did he do to her family?
I wish I knew. All I know is that they were, from what I remember, they were hung up on trees and brutalized. No good goodbye, no bearing. They were just there. And I can't live with that. I don't know if I can bring back the parents, but I feel in my heart I can bring back this child. And if I have to raise her as my own, I will.
Well, you can count on me to stand by your side. If this doesn't work, though, there's something I will do.
All right.
He looks to the charred corpse of Burgermeister, whatever his name was. But Cyrus, please continue. Steps back.
All right, Cyrus.
All right,
So what do
Cyrus.
you want to try to do, buddy?
He is going to literally attempt to give some of his life force and use as much of his healing ability to not only restore her, but give her a piece of his soul to bring her back.
So you don't have a revivify or anything like that, right? I mean, it's been longer than like.
I do have a revivify. Yeah, but this is why he wants to use some of his life force instead, because it has a more potent, especially since it is connected to an angelic spirit. And he wants to try this.
Okay, I'm trying to think of what I should do here. Because you're putting me on blast.
Do it.
Well, I'm trying to think of what to do, because I want you to be able to try, but I want to be able to see how. Because if you're giving up like half your life force, okay. So, give me.
If I may offer something.
Oh yeah, please, because I'm trying to think of what exactly to do. But if you have an idea, give me an idea.
So, Cyrus, as you're offering a piece of your life force to this, so what kind of resurrection or rejuvenation spells do you have that are similar, like close to contacting another plane or something like that?
The best thing I got is Revivify, and I also got like aid to like cure like disease and being paralyzed and stuff like that.
What? I'll do this for you, dude. I'll let you do it, but moving forward, you give up one of your saving throws, so you only get 2 opposed to 3.
I will gladly do that.
Pretty gangster.
I will gladly do that to bring her back.
Okay. So as you try to bring out your, okay, go for it. What?
Yeah, Cyrus goes forward, and instead of using the Hound's magic, after hearing that conversation that he had with Sett, saying he only uses my magic, he thinks to himself and says, I wouldn't have been chosen if I wasn't special in my own way. And he digs his hands into the grave, and his eyes glow a very nice baby blue before they become bright blue as his magic goes straight into the ground.
Before you finish this,
and starts to rebind the girl.
Love it. So as you do that, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but as you do it, you send this kind of blue magic out of your body instead of the normal kind of more red, fiery magic that comes from the Hound. You release this other part of magic that he's bestowed upon you. This more, once again, an internal magic that you've gotten from yourself, from your years of working as a knight, your own inner hockey, as you will, going back to the One Piece kind of lingo, your kind of your inner hockey that you've developed over all these years. Yes, the Hound, because he gives you these magical abilities, is imbowing it through you, but it's like you're channeling it through another tunnel, another filter instead of his. It's like something more pure, innate through yourself, and you release this blue magic into the ground. It shoots through the grave. Clive, you step back, looking extremely impressed by this. You hear Lucifer ring out through your own head. Sirus, are you sure about this? It only makes us weaker.
As long as people live, I will always be strong. I am creation, made holy and hunted.
You may be Icarus after all. We're going to restore you. Like we shall restore her! And all of a sudden the magic booms into the ground, and you see that the Sirus just lights up with this magic. Clive. Halmon steps back and goes, holy shit! As you watch as the magic pulses through you, Sirus, into the ground below. All of a sudden, out of the ground, you watch as a small, gray-skinned hand shoots out of the dirt, starts clawing its way through the dust. You watch Sirus as you step back from the graves, and all of a sudden, this little drow girl, she shoots up out of the ground. Her name is Belle. I'm sure you guys may or may have remembered, but she steps out of the ground, and Belle kind of comes out through the dirt, and she kind of takes a breath again. Her clothes are extremely ripped up. You can see a lot of her skin, unfortunately. It's not flattering. A young girl should not be wearing clothes like this. It is all blood. It's all blood.
Before you finish,
yes,
the first thing Cyrus does is take off the coat that he has, and he wraps it around her.
Okay, good move. So, Clive, you watch as Cyrus takes that cloak that you had on, Cyrus, the one that turned into was it the red or the black? I forgot. It was black, right? At the bottom?
It was
like that?
black. It was black at the bottom and white on the top.
Yeah. So you like cover it around the little drow girl. She kind of looks to you guys all stunned. She does not know what's going on. And she looks up to you, Clive, and she goes, where's my mom and my dad? And I think that's what we're going to call it tonight's game. Guys.
Wait,
okay. Oh, no. You know what? Go for it, Cyrus. Go for it.
One last thing.
Go for it.
Right as she says that, Cyrus, after he wraps her, he stands up and he looks at Clive. But what looks odd is that his cheeks are more sunken in, and it seems that he's aged up a little bit as he turns around and has a white beard now.
Oh, sick. So yeah, you have
his eyes are a little bit more faded.
A little bit like as if like the losing some of your life force has definitely drained you and slightly aged you a little bit. Your beard isn't as long and as full as Halmon's, but it's definitely it's like almost as if your stubble in a second has just grown into almost a fuller, more like gruff around your chin.
Yeah.
Clive,
and the last thing he says is, "This is my purpose. This is why I will be king."
Clive will look to Sirus and smile. Family.
Hey, there we go, guys. Good job. Then we're going to end tonight's episode right there. As you guys have just resurrected the poor little elf girl or drow elf girl that had been killed. The girls, you guys are on your way back to the camp now to regroup with your with the team. Pippa, it seems like you're eager to get back to New Harmony now and move forward. Amalia, you definitely had a lot to talk about with Hades tonight. Moving forward with your new political type of situation it seems that you're in, not really knowing how it's going to move forward, but it seems that Wendeline has helped you come to the conclusion that we need to put the drow in another situation before they can just jump straight into moving into Auric, or they might be hurt again. Sakura, you of course very much standing up for Amalia here and standing up for yourself again, kind of injecting into your uncle's thoughts like you kind of have before. So Sakura, once again, despite you thinking you keep saying, Sakura, you keep thinking of yourself as not so intelligent, but at the same time, it seems that you are asking a lot of important questions. You're like the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. You think you have no brain sometimes, but yet you're asking some pretty good questions. Sett, you of course had a nice moment with Clive until you broke off to go in your own direction, connecting with Cerberus, but Sett, you are on your own path now. You know somebody here is looking for you, somebody
extremely
dangerous. And that will lead us off into next week, everybody. So next week we should get. Oh, yep. What, Billy? Would you like to say? Anything good?
Actually, yes, I was going to suggest Clive, because this drow is... It's very touching for him, because when he said for family, it reminded him of his family and what measures people would do to save their families.
Well,
I wanted
good.
to give Cyrus that, like, this was Cyrus's moment here, so that's why I'm going to suggest if next session, like, we leave this on a cliffhanger, answer the little girl's question, put a hand on her shoulder and say, "It will be avenged."
Okay, I like that too. Okay, so as you take this final last moment after saying that to Cyrus, you look to the little girl and you answer her question. But however, she just looks up to you with tears in her eyes. Her life is, she does not understand what's happening, and she's frightened beyond all compare. But we will continue there next week. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning this week in for some D&D. And next week, we will have all of our players back. We're sorry that Hollywood could not be here tonight. But you know what? We ended up getting Jesse here tonight. We ended up getting Octavius here tonight. We got Stassi here tonight. It was a great night where we had almost everybody here. And next week, Hollywood will be back. So until next time, everybody, take care. Get the fuck out of here. Go. Get out of here. Go to bed. Go get out of here, all of you. Boo.